Welcome to On Air. Hello.
Yep. Hello.
It's a podcast. We're just
Talking about movies.
Talking about movies,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Oh my god! Oh my god! What's happening? What's happening? Oh my god!
Who
Wait!
turned out the?
Oh
my
she's
god!
dead!
Who is
Oh
dead?
my god!
Welcome back to On Air.
Whoa!
Today we're talking about
glass onion.
Onion.
A Knives Out mystery.
Oh
Wow.
wow! This is so
glass
funny.
onion. That's just
Do
a normal
more,
onion.
do more.
No, it's a.
It's
oh,
an
I
onion.
got the onion part.
But that's
No,
not glass,
that's ceramic.
isn't it? That's
ceramic.
ceramic.
Same thing. Okay, whatever. You guys
we
are
said
just
that at the same
haters.
time.
I guess we're knowledgeable about materials.
Yeah.
It's basically glass.
So what's the actual movie?
So we did
Onion.
yeah, we
Onion.
did Glass Onion, a Knives Out movie. It was
Mystery.
Yeah. Thank you.
Says it on the paper.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for telling me that. Let's start with our general thoughts, people. Our general thoughts.
I almost
Alright.
tried to put the cap on the nose.
All right,
We're
Theo.
all very
why don't,
intelligent people.
yes, of course. Theo, why don't you tell us what you thought of this movie?
I liked it. I don't know whether I liked it the first, cause here's the thing. It's like watching Dune 1. I had like my cousins over, the first time I watched it, and we were watching it like in the living room, and like nobody would stop talking. But unlike the first Dune, I was able to understand this one.
Nice.
I liked it.
That's good.
Good.
Yeah. I suggested this movie, so I would hope I like it.
It's fun watching like the rewatching.
Watching it a second time. Okay, actually,
Yeah.
one thing I noticed the second time I watched it last night, I hate them. I hate all the people so much more at the beginning. They're so much more annoying once you know that they're all like sort of fake.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to have like a murder mystery when when the characters are like actually good people, because then there's like, obviously if someone's a good person, most
bad
likely they're not
effect.
gonna kill someone.
Yeah.
But like
Murder.
the characters clearly aren't like the greatest people morally, but the way like the chemistry and like the way they interact with other characters is cool.
Yeah. I really liked how they're actually really good friends with each other.
Yeah.
Like Birdie, when she first showed up, she like went in for the hug and everyone was like, "Oh, COVID, back up." But like they're like really nice to each other in the sense of like they're good friends, but other than that, they're not really great people, which I actually kind of like.
Miles was willing to kill Duke like immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not counting Miles.
Yeah,
okay, I'm
yeah,
not counting
they-
Miles
yeah.
Because
because
he was
no,
kind of
he
like,
stops
he
the
joined later.
Yeah.
And also like, you can tell that they don't really like Miles.
Yeah.
They just like
they're
him 'cause
using
he-
him.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because he like funds their thing. He like keeps them out of trouble.
yeah.
Also, what you said about COVID, I think this movie uses it really well as like something that's happening now, but also something that's useful to the plot in a way. Like when you get to the beginning, it's like the detective like in his bathtub playing Among Us. It's like, oh, 2020 guys. Oh, am I right? And it's like it's already like outdated. But then you get more into it and you realize that it's like COVID actually plays some roles. Like when they do it, like when the thing that they shoot you in the throat, and it's like that sets up like the pineapple thing. Like I think they did a good job weaving it into the movie, and now it's sort of like a time capsule.
yeah.
So I think they did a good job.
Yeah, and plus it kind of shows like how they all take their approach. Like Birdie.
Yeah, that's another
Yeah.
thing. It helps establish character. Like she's just wearing one of like the wire masks that.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
do anything, and she's
And-
having
and
like a party
yeah.
in the middle of it, and then
And Yo-Yo Ma is there. I love that.
and then the Catherine Hahn's character. Hold on. Where's Catherine Hahn? Oh, Claire. She opened the door and then she realized, she's like, oh crap, and then she covered her mouth with her jacket. It was
Yeah.
good. And yeah. Anyone else want to talk? I'm out of things to talk about for now.
I think
yeah.
it's everything's very well set up. Like the whole thing of like it being simpler than it seems. Unlike our onion, which you do have to peel if you want to get to the center. But like I
Yeah.
think the whole thing of it being simpler than it seems keeps getting set up. There's almost sort of like a foreshadowing of that with the mystery where he solves the mystery immediately because it's so complicated. And then like the simple one is the one he has trouble with because he's like used to overthinking it.
Yeah.
It's like that one guy in Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, when he gets the whole thing
We did an
wrong.
episode on that.
we did. Love
Yeah.
that
No
movie.
way.
Yeah, love that movie.
Funny how things work out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wrong movie, guys.
Oh yeah.
My bad. No.
Oh yeah. Oh jeez. I think can we go into like our favorite?
I need a new
Yeah.
Can we talk about like favorite characters real quick? Cause I just.
Yeah, you want to?
I guess I'll start since no one else wants to.
Well, you brought
I
it
know
up.
I brought it up, but I want to hear your guys' opinions too. Cause I like hearing what you guys have to say.
Like
Because
favorite.
we're maybe like we're friends or something.
Like favorite out of the.
Wait, we are?
I thought we were gonna all kill each other secretly.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna like.
Wasn't that why we
You
did
know
this
what?
movie?
That's
To
why
get
the
shot
knife
at?
was on the table.
You
I
guys are allergic
swear,
to
I
pineapples,
literally am going to shoot.
Whoa,
you.
whoa.
Everyone here has a weapon, and I have nothing.
No, you can just.
Boom.
Here, I can.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
on yourself.
No, on.
I can waterboard you guys.
That's a water bottle.
Okay. I think
I can smash it on.
my favorite character. I don't know. It's hard to say. I really liked Whiskey. I really liked her character. I think
She's the least hateable out of like the crew.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
she actually has
she
dreams.
tells Helen why she's with Duke because
It
they're
is for career reasons.
yeah, and honestly, good for her
North
for
Korea,
knowing
South
what
Korea.
like how like honestly good for her for like getting out there and doing what she's got to do. You know.
knew.
I love Whiskey. I also really liked Helen and Andy. I'm very sad that Andy was, dead, but I loved
Before
Helen.
the movie even started.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sort of the whole point.
I know, but I really loved Helen. I thought she was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how it's.
And the detective's personality was really fun too. He was so silly. I loved
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I
my
mean-
favorite.
When we first meet Helen, like for real, she's like, we're like
I love her accent.
in the restaurant. She's like, I don't drink, and then like you see like every time she drinks, she just becomes extremely awesome and like.
Oh yeah, she's so cool.
She
The
gets
moral of the
so
story
calm.
I
is
think-
drink a lot of alcohol because it makes you a really cool person.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
I think I also really liked the dynamic between Whiskey and Helen. They had
Yeah.
they had like a few scenes together, and I really liked that because Helen, after their conversation, Helen realizes that Whiskey isn't a bad person. She's like, oh, she's just doing this for career reasons, and then after that, Helen is like, he's a jerk. Leave him.
Which actually sets up
The whole- so
why
Whiskey-
Whiskey thinks Helen or
Helen-
Andy
yeah.
did it
Because-
because she was like talking about Duke being dead,
But she didn't outright
Yeah.
say
she
he's
thought it was
dead.
just
she
a
thought like
breaking
she
up.
Yeah.
she dumped him, so he was like he deserves it.
Yeah,
He
so
Yeah.
so.
bad timing.
Yeah, it was bad timing, but I really like. She still tried to comfort her anyway. I thought they were so sweet. I loved them. I wish they could be friends. Anyways,
Your
I'm
favorite
like,
character.
I already said it was Benoit Blanc.
Is there a reason why, or just?
I just think he's cool.
yeah,
Have you seen the first movie?
no,
The first movie's also good. I feel like
Yeah, I've
I don't
seen it.
remember. I don't remember it as well. I feel like it was less of a mystery and more of just like a bunch of different things. But like it was still a really
It
good
was a
movie.
mystery.
Was it? I feel like
Yeah,
it wasn't as easy to. I feel like they threw in more random things. I feel like it was less easy
more
to
red
figure out.
herrings.
Yeah, there were more things that you couldn't know.
It was,
from
it was
the
a little
beginning.
more complicated.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they made this one like all about it being not complicated. But
Yeah.
spoilers. It was what's his name?
No, don't spoil it. If I'm gonna watch it later.
Oh, you haven't watched?
No, I haven't watched it.
Didn't you just say that?
I don't know.
Listen, Theo,
You watched the second one before watching the first one?
because Una said you don't have to see
Yeah,
the
it
first
doesn't
one to
matter,
understand
really.
the
Yeah,
second
no,
one.
it-
There's
So-
one character.
So if anything, blame Una.
yeah.
You don't need to see the first. That's another. I like movies
You
where
don't
you don't
need
have
to.
to
Yeah.
see the. That really does nothing for the story of this one.
Yeah.
I liked Philip, which you might not know who
I
that
know
is.
Philip.
Yeah,
What?
because it's really funny when Hugh Grant just showed up.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
The guy that Benoit Blanc lives with.
Oh. Why are you not looking at me? I was literally asking you
Oh,
questions.
you mean the British guy?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought that was like his butler.
I don't know who it is.
What?
But
Isn't it like canonically his boyfriend or something?
I don't know.
Husband?
I didn't want.
Wait, what?
I didn't
he's
want to
gay.
say it.
He
Yeah.
is?
Oh.
Yeah.
Then,
Why?
Yeah, boyfriend. I didn't know because I didn't want to just
I
say
think
something
he's
that
gay. I'm
could
pretty
have been
sure.
untrue. but
I think I read
I love
or
that for
like
him.
watched an interview or something.
okay, then
I
yeah,
could
it's
be wrong,
boyfriend,
but
husband, who cares?
Anyway, you
Same
know-
thing.
Same thing.
Did we all
Same
say our
thing.
favorite characters?
No, Una hasn't yet.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, Una.
I like Whiskey and Benoit Blanc. Benoit Blanc is just like cool because it's. I know he's like the main character, but he's just like all of, like the smokeless garden and stuff, and the way he handles like situations like that.
Well.
He's like really smart, but sometimes
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
just like bumbles around. Like he's like, don't smoke here. Keep the water clean. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
I love that
Exactly,
too. Can I also say
Jinkies.
I also really loved Duke's mom, best character,
Yeah.
10 out of
Yeah.
10.
She was
loved
in
her.
Only Murders in the Building, which was a good show.
She was carrying him on like his end of the puzzle box thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
She-
he didn't actually.
And every
She
time
was
he'd be like,
like-
"Mom."
It's the Fibonacci
It's so good.
sequence.
And she wasn't even in the room for one of them, and she figured it out.
She was like, he was like, Mom.
It's so
Ma!
funny.
And then everyone on the call was like, "Oh yeah, she's right." That was so funny. I loved the puzzle solving sequence
And
scene
the way
because
the boxes were edited, like the boxes
yeah,
they were all in.
and I just
Yeah,
I
and
was
when it
talking more
opened up-
specifically about like character because
When-
first off,
Yes,
you
okay.
can tell all of their personality traits or most of them in the very beginning, and you can tell their relationships with each other because
Alexa, Shazam this.
they get a box from Miles and they immediately call each other, which reminded me of like us when we're like just like on call hanging out and we're just like I don't know arguing. It's really funny.
That's
what?
all we do on
That's
calls.
all we do.
We
We're yelling at
we
each other all the
bicker.
time.
Yeah.
I think I saw a video that points out that one of the things about like the puzzle box was like the puzzles aren't actually based on intelligence. They're just like based on like random knowledge of things like considered smart, which I feel like adds to like Miles is like he's
But
kind of
Miles
just, like,
wasn't even
pretending.
the one who made the boxes.
Yeah.
I'm
in the
assuming
first
he was the
place.
one who like
Designed it.
And
or
also-
like at least approved.
I thought he
the
said he
puzzle.
didn't design it.
He probably asked for like a puzzle for like a really high class like smart puzzle, and they came back with like just like other like stuff like that.
It did all this stuff, and then like.
And there was no need to.
And
I also really liked
it had all this
Helen,
stuff. It had like multiple
in
different
that scene.
puzzles, and then it opened up, and it has this huge amount of space, and I was like, that's not
Yeah.
possible.
But then
but-
one thing about it is it was like another glass onion. There's so many
Yeah.
like references to like things repeat so many times like
And-
this like with the like
I noticed-
Helen
I
like breaks
noticed
to the
something.
center of
Yeah.
the glass onion.
So
Yeah.
easily.
I
I liked
noticed-
that about her because you can really tell she's so fed up with just Miles in general. She
Yeah.
really hates him and just completely
I
destroys
don't like
the
any
box.
of the guys because they all seem like very pretentious to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I
also,
know-
can I say? Sorry, Theo. Give me one moment. At the Helen breaks the box. So when Blanc tells Miles that someone reset a box and gave it to him as like a thing, my head immediately was like, oh well, then it couldn't have been Andy who reset the thing. So it threw me off. I love
Yeah.
that.
You didn't expect him to be
yeah.
lying.
Yeah.
The Duke's mom mentioned the Fibonacci sequence was one of the puzzles. And I noticed in the like glass onion, like at his house in like behind his desk, the letter I think was behind that same picture.
Right.
Oh,
Which
Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
picture of
Which
the
I
Fibonacci
noticed.
sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I think I wasn't paying attention. I was doing a puzzle while I was watching the movie. It's a little jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah. I wasn't. Well, I was solving my own mystery.
Yeah, the mystery of where's the puzzle piece, guys.
It's just like a corner piece.
But
Where
you
does
know,
it go?
one thing I think is cool. You know the speech about like the disrupting things, where it's like you break things and like at first people are along with you, and then like you start like breaking more things and people like, and then you break like the one thing. That's like exactly what Helen does in like the thing where she starts breaking
Yeah.
all the glass, and then the one thing like
The
Mona
one
Lisa.
thing, the Mona Lisa.
Also,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love how the movie the Mona Lisa is canonically just burnt in that universe.
Dude,
There's no
Yeah.
more-
Una,
Or, like,
Una and I,
Mona
we
Lisa.
I watched the movie over at Una's house, which was fantastic. Thank you for not spoiling
Mona
me
Lisa.
halfway
No,
through.
It was so hard because every time he'd be like, "No, I'm so sad. Helen's dead," and then
Yeah.
I was trying so hard not to.
And I
say,
appreciate
"No,
your efforts
no."
so much. I love you so much for not spoiling the movie.
Of course,
Um,
yeah. It was
and-
very hard.
I can imagine. I spoiled the entire movie of Glass Onion earlier today with one of my friends. It was really funny. For like an hour, I was talking about it. And then, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so we were we were watching it together,
Yeah,
and wait, I totally lost my train of thought with the freak.
Were you talking about Mona Lisa?
Yeah. So during that scene, it was
I thought they
wait.
played like this. Like
They played
Mona
the song, yeah.
Lisa.
But that was genuinely my favorite scene out of like the entire movie because his face is so funny. He's
like,
It was at this moment he realized.
he messed up, and I don't know. It was so good, and like it was like in slow motion, and then he's like looking, and his whole thing of like him wanting to be remembered in the like. He said, I don't forget what the exact quote was, but it was like
in the same
breath as the Mona Lisa, and I mean it's true now. He'll be remembered. That guy destroyed the Mona Lisa. But oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say now. I said to Una watching this, I was like, damn, can't believe they set the real Mona Lisa on fire for this movie. Can't believe they do that.
Wow, that's crazy.
I can't believe they let them do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's this really funny moment when she like lit the fire. She was like throwing the blanket, and like Lionel grabbed onto it, and she ripped it out of his hands, and so he slipped like a cartoon character on the glass. He was like, whoa,
That
whoa,
was
whoa,
funny,
whoa.
Theo. Also
Should we mention who we're dressed up as, or did we do that already?
No, I don't think it
I'm not dressed up
matters
as anyone. I brought the knife and the onion. That was my contribution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is the glass onion.
he's like sort
This
of
guy's the
representing the
glass
whole
onion.
movie. Who are you?
I figured I was going for, I don't know, Duke, I guess.
And who are you?
I was also going for Duke, but
So we got a predicament. Fight to the death, whoever wins.
No, Una already died at the beginning, remember?
Whoever doesn't throw up after taking a chunk out of the onion.
Don't worry, I almost threw up earlier today. I'll
Una
be
threw up
perfectly
after
fine.
eating the onion. All right. I'm Birdie.
Really? I couldn't tell.
There's a good story. You might know Noah Daly.
Oh my gosh.
you're telling the whole. Okay.
I'm gonna tell the story.
Oh my lord.
His mom owns a shop in downtown Beverly. Go buy something there.
Yeah.
Support a small business.
Yeah.
His mom left him in charge of the shop for a little bit.
Whoa.
And so we went there and we just kind of hung out there for a little bit. And then I kept seeing this. It was labeled as.
You kept seeing it. Like it was popping up everywhere.
Well, no, it's in the corner. I
yeah,
kept
you
looking
have
at
to
it.
like click the X to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Whoa, jeez. It snuck
Yeah.
up on you.
but it was $35 and I bought it.
I still think
And
that's
I
a waste
looked
of money.
great.
I
Anyway,
think
I
he
feel
looks
like- Wow.
fantastic.
Wow, I
fact-
can't even with him.
The fact that I feel like him buying the Mona Lisa is very like synonymous with his character.
I thought he rented
Not,
it.
Yeah, like renting the Mona Lisa is like very synonymous with his character though, because I feel like he didn't go for any art that he actually liked. He just went for the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
He just went for the most famous thing.
Well, yeah, because he wants to be immortalized
Yeah.
in this like really big way, and like again, he said he wants to be remembered in the same breath as the Mona Lisa. Because like even if some people like haven't seen what the Mona Lisa looks like, they at least know of it, you know.
He said it wasn't worth it.
Oh yeah. I guess someone's cutting onions in here.
That's not
Not
you
how we
planned.
planned it.
What was supposed to happen?
I was supposed to be crying. You were supposed to be like, oh, are you crying? And then I would be like, no, someone must be cutting onions. Then it would cut to you, and you'd be like,
Oh wait,
what?
let's just do that real quick.
Yeah.
Hey Theo, why are you crying?
No, someone's probably must be cutting onions in here.
No.
Great job, guys.
Yeah.
Joke's funnier when you know what's gonna happen.
That's
Sure.
why Michael spoiled the whole movie for his friend.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like I don't know. There's something about like all the like Miles especially. Something about like him buying the Mona Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he doesn't actually care about anything he's buying. He's just buying it as like a show of strength.
Yeah. 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 No,
'Cause,
that
like,
really
it-
makes sense.
The whole running thing of him like misusing words is good because like I didn't notice. I noticed it the second time without like I had forgotten about it, and then I heard him misuse a word, and I was like, oh wait, that's a thing. But like I didn't notice it the first time. It's very subtle. Like
Well,
the
he
details.
uses these big fancy words, and I'm too stupid to know
sound-
what they mean.
Yeah.
So I think he's right, but he's not.
They sound like they could be right. Like I think he says this in the movie. Like they sound like
Almost, yeah.
Some of them
they-
are right, but they're
But
just the wrong use.
I think
yeah,
some of that's
them
like
sound like they could be using that, but like it's just not right.
they did really need Benoit Blanc to be on that island because all of the other characters probably wouldn't pick up on the fact that his grammar is wrong. So
It's just
yeah.
his
And then I
vocabulary
love
that's wrong, not
how
his grammar.
right
Oh,
after Blanc like points out that he says
Do you
like
wanna-
all these words wrong. He goes like,
No.
it's circumspective
I'll just start
evidence,
cutting onions
and
later,
then
it's
it just cuts to Blanc being like, oh my god.
Yeah, I think he's good as a character because he can be like the straight man in like a comedy routine, which is ironic because he's gay. I think.
Allegedly.
I don't know for sure.
Allegedly.
I read
he
it in a
is.
tabloid. No, I think
Oh my
like
God.
he can be like the sane one in like a comedy routine, but then also like also he can be like a little goofy sometimes.
Ooh, keep the water clean. Ooh.
And then he also gets this smoke in the garden. He's smoking later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
with Daryl. I know that guy's name. I forgot half the names. of the
Why?
people
Wait, he
on
has a
it.
He's
name?
the only guy
Yeah,
that's like,
I
I'm
think
not
it's
here.
Daryl.
Yeah, they introduce him at like the very start because he's like, we're the only ones here, and then he walks up and he's like, hey, and
Classic Daryl.
Classic Daryl. I really liked.
Oh, no,
I don't know. I
Daryl. Spelled Derol.
ew.
wait, where?
Ew.
Oh, oh, no, thank you. I don't like that
Yucky
spelling.
spelling.
Okay then.
Sounds like a type of gasoline.
It does.
Daryl.
Yeah. Anyways, I really liked how like the whole entire the entire like things at the very beginning, like small things, like led up to the whole like big climax at the end. I thought it was really nice. I liked the like him handing Benoit Blanc the little
Blanc.
Chris Blanc. I have a gun.
And I'm Luke Ekstrom.
I'm gonna club
No,
No,
you're
you're
not.
I'm gonna club you.
Forgot you had that.
And he just holds up an onion. Oh, who's cutting onions in here?
See, I have a thing too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did we
And
make you forget what you were talking about again?
Not again.
This movie was
oh yeah.
directed by
So
Rain
Benoit
Johnson.
Blanc, he was
Yep.
Miles handed him one of the little crystals, and then he gave it to
Paper.
Helen at the end. I loved it. I also loved the POV switch halfway through. I thought
yeah.
that was so cool. Like I thought the movie was like on its way to the end, and then
I
it
love movies where you see
switches.
multiple angles. of
Yeah,
what's going
and then
on.
it just starts over at the beginning, and I was like, what?
Oh yeah, before that happens, when he sees her, he says Helen, and I didn't notice
yeah.
it until I when I saw
Yeah,
him do it.
yeah,
When I saw him do
in
it in
the
the
second-
second time through, I was like, wait, did he say that in the first time? And watching through the second time, I can realize that yeah, he did.
Yeah, no,
I didn't
yeah,
even
on
notice
second
that.
rewatch, I was like, oh, he called her Helen, which makes sense because they're alone. Then she was like talking in her southern accent.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that like when you rewatch, like when what's his face hands Duke the glass, and then they replay.
He's like, look at the dress, guys.
But in the actual thing, like when it first happens, you can actually see Miles hand Duke his glass instead of like there's a
Yeah,
bunch of
yeah,
stuff
and
like
So
that.
when
Yeah,
he says
people-
look at the dress,
people-
it's so suspicious.
and-
It's like every
Yeah.
look at the dress. Look at guys, look at that.
Yeah,
Look at
and
that.
people were like,
Look at the dress.
Look at the dress.
maybe I should start. But yeah, and people were like, oh, the movie lied to us. It's because like people thought that the original, like the first thing was him
Putting it down. I
but
thought I
it w-
remembered him handing him the glass.
Yeah,
Or
but
maybe I'm just
the
crazy.
original, like the first time, like the actual thing was him handing him the glass, but
Yeah.
people thought that like,
Because
the
that's
movie lied.
what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells like onion now. I barely even cut it.
I think
So,
Oh, yeah.
less
I think,
less known or less important actor in this movie, but Jessica Henwick as Peg was really
Oh yeah,
funny.
yeah. Oh,
Their
that,
di-
I feel
their
so
dynamic-
bad for her character.
I forgot about her.
Oh, yeah.
She's probably one of my like two favorite characters.
Yeah,
She
their
was funny.
dynamic was great. I
Yeah.
noticed they
Boston
I
Dynamics.
recognized
like
her and I
the little
noticed that
robot was
on
carrying
this
the
list
things.
it's not mentioning
stay
the only
focused,
movie
buddy.
I've ever seen her in, which is
Oh.
Matrix
Oh.
4.
Matrix for me.
okay. And wait, what?
Oh, is this Matrix? Chad, is this Matrix? I just said chat on a podcast.
Yeah, you did. No.
No,
Nico.
get down.
Okay, let's move on. So I think I was gonna say
So
something.
polite.
I was gonna say something.
I wanted to say something.
I wanted to say something.
I'm talking.
So I think I don't know. I forget what I was gonna say. What the freak, guys? This is all your fault. Distracting me like this. Someone else say something.
Something. Hi, I'm the funniest man in the world.
Theo, I will kill you.
So who played the Onion in this movie?
Also, can I just say, is Miles
James
like?
Charles, which was a weird
Is-
casting, but you know, I think it worked.
Is
They-
Miles?
He worked.
I think
worked with what he had.
Miles was really.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I remember what I was gonna say now because it was actually about Miles. So I'm like halfway through the movie when Miles is like, "Oh no, someone after Duke dies, he's like, wait, that was my glass. Someone tried to kill me. I
He's an
actually felt
attention hog.
I said, I was like, man, now I actually kind of feel kind of bad for this guy.
Dude,
and then
that's
Una,
another
and
time.
then Una was like,
I was like, no, because the whole time you're like, oh, I feel so bad for Miles. It's like this whole thing about how you felt bad for Miles and you wanted Miles to like not die.
yeah.
And then the end, and I was like, yes, he finally knows. He finally knows.
Does he know? He knows.
He knows.
He knows.
He knows.
Yeah, I think like Miles, like Duke dies, and then Miles immediately pivots like that was meant for me, guys. They're after me. Like
I mean,
I
it
mean,
wasn't his
he
tough
hides
song.
behind
Honestly,
Benoit
pretty good. Like a pretty good strategy.
Yeah,
dude.
that
Just-
was
But my
pretty good on his
question
part.
is,
It was
why would he
stupid, but-
immediately trust Benoit Blanc? I feel like detective would like.
But he's a kindly old man.
I know he is.
Oh, wait, the reason
But-
is because Benoit Blanc doesn't have like a direct reason to want to kill him.
Right.
And
And
it's
he
so
knows
funny.
all of his
it's
friends
so
do.
funny
Yeah.
how like Benoit Blanc points out that his best attempt at a murder was stolen from him with like the
Yeah,
gun and
loaded
stuff.
gun on the table, turn out the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
we could do
right
that.
after he points that out.
loaded gun on the. There's actually no water in this.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Damn it. No,
but-
put your smart water in there.
Yeah,
It'll make it smart. Get smart. Get smart. Get smart.
It just got like aimbot. But no, like right after he says like the one decent like attempt you had at like murder, you stole it from me. He stole it from Benoit Blanc, and then he immediately steals his next idea from Lionel, and even points at him like, because why didn't you like burn it? And he was like, like it's like in Back to the Future when the guy's like, Mayor. He's just like, burn it.
Yeah.
and he's
He
just
is
like,
so annoying once like he burns the napkin and everyone's still like oh, I didn't see anything.
Yeah,
Like,
oh my God. I also
But-
like how in that scene again, because this is my favorite scene. How when Helen starts knocking things
They're
over,
all,
Whiskey is the first one to be like, "Oh heck yeah, girl, go for it."
And they're like along. It's like the disruptor speech again. Like they're all along with like they're on her side at first, but then she like starts going further
Yeah.
than any of them are, and like
Yeah.
destroys the Mona Lisa.
yeah,
Which crazy
and-
move, but it is gonna forever like disgrace him.
yeah.
Yeah, and I remember when they like all of them joined in. I was like, it is probably sort of genuine, but I know I don't. It doesn't feel earned when they do it because
Yeah.
they've just been.
They've been kind of
I
like
can't say that.
I think they
Going
were more trying to
along.
like support because they know Helen was in the right, and they feel bad
well,
for
they
like.
feel bad for Helen because they were friends with Andy, and Andy's dead, and they all like didn't know that. Besides Duke, but
And they know they wronged
Yeah.
Andy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Before
All
this
right.
ends, I
And
just
then
think
Miles
the
just
part
goes,
where
"Mazel
he,
tov."
Okay,
where he's
guys,
where Miles-
let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up.
Can I say one thing?
4 to 5.
Damn.
I'd say 4.8 out of 5. It was really good.
4.5.
I gave it a glass onion out of Knives Out.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
Uh,
Did you want
ne-
to say something?
Yeah, I think the part where Benoit Blanc is explaining,
we have to say the next movie.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we do.
When he's explaining it and he's like, oh, it's so smart, it's almost done. And he's like, no, it's just
It's
dumb.
just
That's
dumb.
so
That's my
funny.
favorite.
Anyway,
That's
what's the
good.
next movie?
There. You guys are all doing Curious
Oh,
George,
yeah, yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Curious George.
Curious George is the
Curious
next one.
George, Yay. Well, are you seriously cut? Wait, can I take a bite out of it?
No.
Please.
We gotta end it with us all
Please,
taking
please,
a
please.
chunk out
Oh,
of it.
okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Give it to me.
Oh. Oh. No.
I'm not taking a bite out of that.
Bye guys.
Oh my god. Ah.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Ah.
That's